Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. Today I want to ask you a couple questions and lead to hopefully try to get you thinking. So, if you had to bug out, or if you had to get home, would be the more idea what I had in my head. So, say you're at work, crap hits the fan, EMP goes off, vehicles aren't working, what few are working, you just can't get around all the traffic that's already there or whatever. For whatever reason, you don't have a way home, you're walking home. Or if you are, do have a way to ride and get yourself home, how you going to do that? So if you want to avoid the bigger crowds where most of the problems are going to be, what's your plan? Because the old saying is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So what are your options as far as getting from where you are to your bug out location or your home, whichever the case may be? In my case, it's me get home. My place is the bug out location. So what's your plan to get there? Now, reason I'm asking is you really do not need to plan on one route. And I'm going to go back quite a bit and bring up an old event that happened here in the flood of 94. A lot of roads that you would not have even thought about flooded and washed out to where you didn't have that route home that you normally would have had. So if something happens, whether it's a local emergency or statewide or national, whatever it may be, how do you plan on getting home? And how do you plan on making sure that the ones you care about get home? So I've been meaning to go by. I used to have a bunch of them, but now I've just got this one Georgia map. I've got it folded up. But I've got my area marked on here where we live and all that stuff. And you need to have more than one route planned. And just for the simple fact that it may be impassable or not an option for you to go the route that you normally go. Sure, if you can drive your automobile without any problems, you can probably go the normal route you go home. But what if you can't? What if the road is blocked for whatever reason, whether it be, crazy mobs or accidents, vehicles have blocked the road, there's no way to get around it. There's several points between Americus, the nearest bigger town to where I am, and my house that there's water on both sides. If there is a water, okay, I'm speak a little clearer, there's water on both sides of the road. If there's a big enough accident in that little area, there is no driving around it. There is no alternate route on that road. You need to find another route home. So what I'm suggesting is get yourself some local maps. I just spent the last 30 so minutes on the computer trying to pull up our local Chamber of Commerce, which is basically a joke because there's hardly anything on their page. But to see if I could get some local maps easier than what I've done in the past, which was get a buddy of mine to print them. He's got a big printer and he can print that area. So you need to come up with some maps. And what you do is you take that map and mark your normal route that you would prefer to go home. For me, I always drive the shortest route from point A to point B. So, especially with fuel prices the way they are. Thank you, Biden. I sure appreciate that. Freaking idiot. Sorry, y'all. I'm not going to get political in this post, but man, if you want to laugh, watch what that dude does. Lord have mercy. Hey, dude, tie your shoes. He's going to use his teeth because he doesn't know how to use his hands. Brain doesn't work. But anyway, plan at least 3 alternate routes home. So your primary, your secondary, and then a third. And try to say, okay, what happens if this spot is blocked? I can go this route and get around to that point. Or if this entire side is not an option for me, you know, leaving Americus, I can either go north on 49, or I can go out 27, or I could even go out 280 and cut across some longer back roads to get to my way. Plan your route to where you've got that alternate way to get home. Now, ideally, the shortest route would be the best route, but in my case, I want to personally make sure I can get by to where my daughters work and my grandkids are, and get them in order to get us all to my place safely. So get you a map, get at least 3 copies for each person now, for each person. So get at least 3 copies, mark your primary map on there. And if something happens to that map, you can fall back to plan B. But take that map and mark it A, B, C. And grab the map out of your bag, out of your go bag, or whatever it is that you're carrying, and say, this is the one I need now. And if something happens when you're halfway there and you can't finish that route, grab the other map that's already marked so that you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to plan out how you're going to get to where you're trying to go. So it's just an option. I know this is a quick little video. I'm only less than 7 minutes, so it's not going to be a long video, but I wanted to run that past y'all. You know, the things keep going the way they're going. You better have options. So I hope you guys are out there prepping hard when you're buying your groceries and things. If you normally buy 4 cans of green beans, I told my niece a few weeks ago, buy 6, buy 5, whatever you can afford. Get a little bit extra and put it up. And, you know, of course, the comeback I got for that was I don't have a place to put it. If you want a place to put it, you'll find a place to put it. Okay? Rotate through your stores. Use what you bought. And then when you use it, the next time you shop, replace it. And always keep your food in rotation. So the last video was about how much water do you need stored and what for. And this one is going to be, how are you going to get from point A to point B? So plan it. Don't just say, oh, I know this like the back of my hand. I'm not a person that's great with directions. I suck at it. So either way, I've lived here for 40 years and I know a lot of the roads, but I don't. When you're stressed, you don't need to be thinking about that stuff. Grab your map. Put one in each, or one of each, in each person's get home bag or bug out bag, and have the route planned. Now, along with that, you need to have rendezvous points along that route. And what I mean by that is, if if my son-in-laws have grabbed my daughters and children and they're trying to get home, you need to have some rendezvous points along the way that each of you will be passing, so that you can leave a sign to let the next one know, hey, Michael's already been through here. He left us this mark, or I can say, my daughter Noelle or Christina or son Wade, whatever, they can leave that mark and I can go, he's already been through here. So I know that they've already bugged out. They've already started along that path. Also on communicating. So if you're carrying, your little radios and stuff in your get home bag, you need to have a plan for that. If you turn that radio on and just leave it on, first of all, it's going to bring attention to yourself, and sometimes you might not want that. But secondly, it's going to run your batteries down. But if you come out with a communication plan, every hour, turn that radio on for 5 minutes. You broadcast for 15 seconds, trying to reach whoever else is out there on your frequency that can hear you. And then you listen for the next 45 seconds, something like that. And when I say every hour, it doesn't have to be at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It can be 1:15, 2:15, 3:15. It can be 105, whatever. Come out with a time that everybody knows the radio needs to be on. You need to be calling out that you are there and listening for other people to call out, so that if they need help or if you need to know that they're on the way, you'll be able to hear that, okay? Especially when you start getting closer to each other. So that's a good option. You need to think about that. You need to plan at least 3 different routes to get home or your bug out location, and you need to have rendezvous points or at least meetup points in that each route, that where you can leave a mark to let the rest of your team and your group know, I've already been here, we're moving on. So think about it, kind of get your gears going on that. Pick up some maps of your local area and go ahead and plan them out, and you can make copies of them once you've done it. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of maps. Like I say, a lot of times if you've got a decent Chamber of Commerce, you can pick up a local map for free or almost free. So it just takes a little bit of time to go by there and get it marked, and get each person's bag equipped with the map and how to get home. Okay, so anyhow, that's what I have for y'all today. I hope you found it valuable to you. And if you do find value in the videos I create, please guys, hit that like button, smash that like button, as Keeping It Dutch says, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It really helps me grow the channel. And shoot, a couple of days ago, I looked and my numbers shot up from like 76 to 84. So we gained quite a few since the last video, or in the last video time frame, and I appreciate each of you. Please share the channel when you can, because like I say, a lot of people are private preppers. They don't let people know what's going on. They don't want people to know. So if you share it, whether you know they're a prepper or not, you could first of all get people to prepping that's not prepping, and that's always a good thing. And secondly, you could give them some information, I hope valuable information, that's going to help them be a better prepper and better prepared, to where you can take care of your family and your friends and your group. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Those that you have subscribed, thank you very much for that. Please share the channel. Those that have not subscribed, what are you waiting on? It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. All you have to do is click that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, so that you know when I put out a new video, which typically my schedule right now is Monday morning and Thursday morning. So I try to get my videos done, and I get them uploaded and scheduled to post on Monday morning around 6 or 7 a.m. and Thursday morning around 6 or 7 a.m. So I'm not perfect. I'm going to be a little off sometimes, but either way, I do appreciate you guys for what you've done. Help me grow the channel. 84 subscribers is phenomenal. And to me, in about 4 months, to be growing that fast, I do appreciate it. And if you've got suggestions, comments, video questions, whatever, click on the About Me page and get my email. Send me an email. I will respond to everyone that I can. And if you got questions, I'll respond to those as well. But either way, I thank y'all. Remember the 2 things I always tell you: Jesus loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe.